Prior to my question, I want to establish some common ground between both of us. I think you and I, as well as most of us in this room, would agree that universal healthcare, especially run by government, would be a terrible idea. My question is in regards to free markets, particularly with how our healthcare system is now. I know you mentioned how it's kind of a hybrid between somewhat regulated, somewhat free market. Are there any regulations that exist currently that you would either propose that be lifted or completely removed to
Sure.
promote more of a free market system within our healthcare system?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so there are regulations that exist with regard to, for example, licensure. I think there are a lot of things that can be done by nurse practitioners that are done by doctors right now, and license requirements mean that you have an undersupply of healthcare, in particularly emergency services areas, that doesn't need to be the case. There are regulations on the books that prevent insurance companies from selling across state lines, as President Trump so notably pointed out during the debates. There are regulations on the books with regard to what sort of coverage can be provided by insurance companies. So insurance companies are not allowed to sort of provide whatever coverage they want. They have to provide a certain Chinese menu of services, and that's a problem because it doesn't actually provide a free market in healthcare. Also, you have these federal subsidies. The truth is that most of the spending on healthcare in the United States has something to do with both the state or the federal government. So our private healthcare system is largely funded by public dollars, but the vast majority of people who have a healthcare plan are doing so through their employer. Both of those things are a problem. I personally think that people should not get healthcare through their employer. People should be encouraged to get individualized plans. We'd all get paid more at work because the pay that we'd be getting at work is now going toward our healthcare. And then we would form social institutions. You'd go to your church, members of your church would get together, and they'd pay an insurance company to be a pooled insurance company. And that way you know that you're redistributing your healthcare dollar to the people in your community who are suffering from some sort of chronic difficulty.